everybody. Welcome to week 12. We are getting closer. Can you feel it? Can you see the finish line approaching? All right. So this week we've got communication. Oh, what a big topic. Oh my gosh, there's tons of things you can say about communication. But our DQ focuses on written and verbal. In fact, you're asked in the DQ which you think is more important, written or verbal. I'm looking forward to seeing your response to that. Certainly at GCU, we have a heavy focus on the written, and we want you to be able to write so that you present yourself professionally. But verbal, as we know in our everyday experience as nurses, is very important. So I'm looking forward to hearing your thoughts about that. And then vertical and horizontal communication. Vertical communication, talking with coworkers, our peers. Horizontal communication, kind of going up and down the chain. Are they any different? How do you conduct yourself with your peers as opposed to how you communicate with your boss and other maybe directors, managers, administration? So I'm looking forward to hearing about that. I know personally, at this point in my career, I'm pretty comfortable, I think, communicating with anyone up and down the chain. But I think I still do watch what I say, maybe just a little bit more carefully when I'm doing vertical as opposed to horizontal communication. Oh, and then we have listening. Oh my gosh. You can't be a nurse without listening skills, to be honest, because you're going to miss something. And we know how important listening to our patients is, or how important listening to our patients is. And same thing with our students. We've really got to pay attention to students, whether they're staff, patient, nursing student, whatever the case may be, because we certainly want to have that feedback loop in communication. We don't want to have those one-way communication classes. We've all sat through them. All right, and then something a little different, meetings. Some of you are definitely parts of meetings now. Some of you are staff meetings at the very least. But as educators, you'll be sitting in more meetings, maybe more than you want to be sitting in. But this talks more about how to be productive in meetings, how to understand your role in meetings, how to be effective in meetings. You've got to take kind of the pulse of the group in meetings. You've got to see kind of what the norms are. Is it a structured meeting that's very much on time and to the point and that kind of thing? Is it more of a casual meeting where there's a lot of conversing? I guess I think of meetings in terms of reporting meetings and working meetings. Reporting meetings, the actual work of the group is done outside of the meeting. You come together, you report on things, you vote, you make decisions, whatever. Working meetings, you've got a problem in front of you and you're trying to brainstorm and come up with ideas and look at the best tactic, pick each other's brains, that sort of thing. And so being effective in those two types of meetings and also understanding which type of meeting you're in will allow you to be more successful. Okay, so with communication, I'm going to be attaching an article. There's a feed that I subscribe to with Sigma Theta Tau, and sometimes there's some really good stuff in there. This one has to do with perceptions. When we're communicating, perceptions are important. How do I perceive the speaker? How does the person perceive me? Are we perceiving positive vibes, negative vibes? Is there a power differential? All sorts of things. Well, this particular article talks about perceptions among the different disciplines and that impacting interdisciplinary communication. I don't think I've shared this one with you before. It's kind of one of my favorites. And I will admit, as you look through this article, I've fallen into some of those traps before about my perceptions being very stereotypical. So I'll be interested to hearing about your perceptions and what you think about this interdisciplinary communication and collaboration and where you think you fit in with it. So I'm looking forward to that. I am going to wrap up your NEPDs from last week. I do apologize for being so late on that. I know I got most of them done from my other classes, but yours is the last one. And then I'm going to be working on your test analysis papers. And I'm really looking forward to those. Putting together a test is hard. And you guys, I know, worked very hard on this project. So I'm looking forward to that. So this week you'll have another NEPD. And I just wanted to remind you, if you have finished up your practicum hours, just remember, go down to the next topic just in the student comments section and share with me something else about your practicum. Something that happened, a lesson learned, just something like that. Doesn't need to be a book, just a small paragraph. And that way I can still give you points for your NEPD, even though your practicum is completed, because you're still reflecting on your experience, which I think is a really good thing to do after you go through something like a practicum. So just a reminder on how to accomplish that. All right, I think that's about it for this week. I'll see you in the main forum.